You could easily write a book about Goldsmith himself, the sort of the wildness of his life. But I sort of urge readers, listeners, to check out a couple of books that he wrote. The most important, I think, is called The Trap, that he releases in the mid-90s. And to read it today is to hear Donald Trump, essentially. You see the contours of the future right. It is an anti-globalization, anti-free trade, pro-regional blocs pamphlet that sort of says Maastricht is bad in his view because it's free trade and it's going to destroy industry in the West at the benefit of the wealthiest people in what he would consider the third world at the time. And it's absolutely central. So it's not understandable without thinking about the end of the Cold War, because its entire frame is that these countries that were part of a sort of a world divided in two are emerging in their own right in Asia as powers. And he sees a world where you have sort of depressed, hollowed out cities. And then he also talks about climate and mass migration. He talks about all of these things. It certainly sounds like Donald Trump, like listening to it. And he does talk about things that kind of, sort of the unhappiness with the status quo that will come about. So I thought it's fascinating, and he just uses his money to set up this party called the Referendum Party, and he employs these Eurosceptics who had been Thatcherite ultras in the 1980s, working in conservative student politics, and he brings them in, and he gets this pledge. He gets this pledge, which I do think probably certainly contributes to a change direction for Britain when it comes to Europe.